Yo, does being on anything enhance your drumming experience? Like we was talking about whatever earlier. Like
that is a great question.
If you had to be like,
what's the ideal?
I'll bring it down. What's the ideal like scenario? Like when you get on the drums, you want a little bit of hookah, maybe a shot. Like where are you at?
That's a good. All right,
let's start with Jeremy. Let's start with Jeremy.
Good ass question.
Go ahead, man.
What's the vibe, bro?
It depends on how important the gig is.
Yo, that is a whole nother conversation.
Wow, what a good point.
What are you talking about? We don't care. 2 coffee.
We are officially here. Everybody's here. All right, wait a minute.
Oh shit.
Yo, Coop, I need to. Can you just say something real quick, just to make sure I get? Hold on. Just to make sure I get like.
Mike.
Check. Hello.
Well, hold on. This is a little more natural.
Oh, that's perfect. Here we go.
Here we go. Right. Mic check.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Hey,
Perfect.
Ladies.
All right, man. What's up, fellas? God damn, we are here for the official
56th episode of the Open for Coffee podcast.
We have a very special cast. I think we're gonna call this the Musicians Edition.
The Musicians Edition.
Musician. That kind of rhymes.
Idea looks like a musician.
He does.
Idea looks like a musician. This nigga gets mistaken for. Niggas be asking this nigga, does he do something? Does he rap all the time?
He plays bass.
Tonio Rosario, right?
There you go.
Tonio Rosario.
Rosario.
Come on.
That wasn't me. Well, Murph gets busy. Everybody knows Murph gets busy. We got my man. We got Sway Sizzle as well.
Yes, sir.
We got David.
Sway Sizzle.
We got. All right, wait, hold on. Let's just name everybody's accolades. Sway's a monster. Videographer. This man gets busy in the fuck. He has his own studio, crazy studio. Very excellent audio engineer. You know what I'm saying? Excellent musician. What else you do, Sway?
Future porn star.
Yeah. Oh, that's a fact. It's fucking one of the horniest niggas I've ever met in my life.
I'm not buying. That's a lot.
Sway, what else you do, Sway?
Most importantly, I'm a dad, man.
Oh my God.
I like
Jeez. Okay.
That was cute.
That was real cute. That was real
Take it right out, bro.
Go ahead, Dave. Yeah, we also have another very special guest. We got my man David, an excellent musician as well. Dave, talk a little about yourself, man. Tell the people what you do.
Just drums. Just music. That's it.
I love it. Focus.
Excellent.
He focuses.
No
Also to my right, we got my man, one of the illest drummers out here, Coop. My man,
What's
Coop.
going on,
Mr.
yo?
Edward Coop. How you doing, buddy? What else you do, my brother? I know you're in the studio as well.
Yeah. You know, outside of me playing drums, I produce and do a lot of stuff like that. And on top of that, I play ball. So if anybody want to hoop, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, that couch is not fair. Y'all niggas is not able to.
I'm trying to tell you. What?
They both like 6'5".
Yeah, I know.
You're a little taller than me, though.
I'm
I'm
6'7",
he's 6'5".
I was 6'7".
Jeez.
My fault.
Always easy.
And last but not least, this man drove all the way from Connecticut. I want to say we appreciate you, my brother.
sir.
Something
Yes,
I've been
sir.
looking
Yes,
forward
sir.
to doing content with. I've been following this man for a long time on IG, on YouTube. I'm watching all the shit he's been posting up on TikTok. His shit has been you've been flooding.
Keep going.
Right. Yo, you know what I'm saying? I see the numbers rising. My man's going all over the place, bro. I just want to say, everybody welcome Jeremy, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate you coming here, brother.
Hey, I wrote a speech to her.
Okay.
Shit. First of all,
Yep.
no, I'm happy to be here, man. I'm excited, man. Let's get it, man.
I was really happy when he responded after we was reaching out. I reached out to him a couple of times and he hit us back, man. I was like, fuck yeah. And I was surprised that he was right here in Connecticut. I was like, that's not too far.
Said the same thing. That's crazy, man. I
Hell yeah.
thought you was overseas or something, man. I was like, shit. I was like, I might be in Germany next weekend or
That's
something.
crazy. we doing shit from Dominican Republic out here.
Yes, sir.
Yo, it looks like we in an island somewhere. You know what I'm saying? We got trees everywhere.
Yeah, no.
Facts.
Everywhere.
Undisclosed location.
Yo, so Jeremy, man, I know you drove a little bit, but tell us what else do you do besides? Because so one thing we're always interested in is that like the whole influencer space, the content creation space, and that's something that you have seemed to have a really firm grasp on because. We watch Gary Vee and he talks about, you should post 5 to 10 times a day.
Yeah.
There's one of the people who do it. There's one of the niggas who actually do it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what your production is like, but it never looks the same. It always looks like you're switching angles. It always looks like you're switching clothes. It always looks like it's another day, whether you're doing it all in the same day. I don't know what the fuck you got going on, but I commend you. So just talk a little bit about your process, bro.
Oh man, it's you know how it is, man. You gotta kind of like with content, you gotta just try stuff and see if it works. If it, you never really know, like especially now with the competition of like TikTok and the algorithm, you fighting everything. You know, you gotta try to just put it out there, see if it works. If it catches on, then you keep producing the same type of content that works. You know.
So what made you start these basketball court drum chronicles with the mic shit? That I fucking love that shit, bro. That shit is fucking fire, son.
Shit. You talking about like the MD shit, or you just talking about like setting up outside?
Actually, all of that shit. What made you want to? Well, hold on, real quick. Can you just bring the mic down a little bit? Just like bring it down, like from right there. Yeah, there you go. I don't want to cover your whole mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
You know the lady's gonna be watching this like, oh my god, who is that?
I hope I can
Who is that? Oh my goodness.
I hope I can get something set up, man. My DMs, man, is just filled with, guys right now.
Yo, this nigga lying.
You killing, it's just guys, man. Guys show love,
hey,
man.
dude, man, how do you play that rudiment, dude?
You want to come on my podcast, dude?
Oh, shit.
Don't do it like that. Don't do that.
Damn.
It's all fellas. I get it. I get it.
Hey, bro, show love.
That's crazy. Yo, Murph, whose team are you on, man?
I'm on
come on, bro.
I'm on my team, like 2K. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. You know what? We should team up and play this again ball. You want to play 2K?
First of all, no. I'm not playing nobody. I won't even play swaying ball. There's no way.
Dang.
I got a bad shoulder.
Damn. So So what? I don't know if you answered this, but like, what led you to like do something of that nature? Like, why that?
So it started with like
very unique, by the way.
So I was doing a lot of electronic stuff at the house, and I was trying to put that content out, and I was like, man, I was like, damn, nobody want to see a drummer playing like electronic drums, It works for some people. Like you can see some of the chicks doing it, and they playing.
Yeah, but they got the face card. Nobody really cares. I'm sorry, girl drummers.
For sure.
Nobody really cares. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But you look at the numbers, you're like, damn, this bitch
that's what I'm saying. The
3,000
face
likes
card.
from playing a song.
She's in a bathtub. That's why. She's
No, nigga, she's playing with one hand, one arm behind her back, and she's barely holding the groove. Man. Anyway, go ahead. As you said.
But yeah, my niche is kind of like, the Eric Moores of the world. Shout out Eric Moore.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Eric.
That whole gospel chops movement. So that type of audience, they want to see those type of videos, and you can't really capture that with an electronic set unless you got like
no, bro.
If you got a $3,000 electronic set,
if you got those Gawa, those Jawa, whatever the fuck Eric be playing, those shits. Or you got the 5,000 plus Roland whatever kit, but anything besides that.
So I just got a drum set. I was like, damn, I want to practice, and man, I started taking that shit outside because I live in an apartment, so I can't play drums and do the whole recording setup. Got you. So I was like, man, I'm finna take this shit outside. And then one of my business partners,
he outside.
He sent me some microphones in the mail, and I'm like, oh shit. And then I already had the Focusrite, so I hooked it up. I'm like, man, I'm finna just start recording. Like, fuck it. So.
Yeah,
that's pretty much,
So he said. So you say your business partner. Your business partner. What business are we talking about?
So I got a few business partners.
Okay, let's talk about it, my man.
I got
that finger going crazy. Pause.
Hey, we drummer shit. You know what I'm saying? It's undefeated, my brother. These hands. Any drummer, listen, for all the ladies watching, if you get a drummer, these hands. Any drummer's hands are fucking undefeated.
Man,
the way we do them doubles or triples and these wrists,
better preach.
They do not get tired, my nigga. So you know what time that goes. Just when they think,
I be tramping up, yo.
Yo, listen.
Hold on, baby.
The whoop triggers.
Yo, listen. Let me just say something. What you want to say? Just when you think, for the ladies, where's my camera? Is this one? Is it that? Where's my camera?
We actually don't have a camera on you. For
we
this
don't.
One. No.
Oh fuck. All right. Well, for the camera right here. Just when you think we're going hard enough. And there's no more levels to keep going, mama. We do these solos. How do you compose solos? You do the halftime, you double it, you triple it, you da.
It's funny. I was trying to explain this to a female today, and she looked at me like I was crazy.
For real?
She didn't understand. Like,
see this?
I'm like, I work hard. I don't get tired. I keep going. And she was like,
right. Yeah. Like, bro, we as drummers, we hit another gear.
Listen,
like, as soon as we get tired, like from playing, like if you played in church, if you played in gigs, if you played weddings, if you done anything like that, you gonna get tired.
Yeah, facts.
And you gonna have to muster up whatever the hell you got. And trust me.
Yeah, buddy.
Listen, I got a girl, so I can't really say too much.
Right.
Hey, baby.
All hypothetical.
It's all
Content.
hypothetical. Yep. Nah, listen, man. Listen. I do the same thing. Like one time, somebody came over to the studio, or whatever, and they was like, "Oh, can you play a little bit?" I was like, "Sure." I played, and I obviously, you're gonna go hard. You're showing off a little bit. Anyway, but it was like, damn, how do you go from 0 to 100 and then just get off like nothing? Word. This is what we do, mama. Don't let it. You lucky we have the drums. I'll tear your shit up. Anyway, yo, Jeremy, as you were saying, so you got a few businesses, my brother. Let's talk about it. So,
So I'm from Nashville, Tennessee. That's where I'm born.
Shout out Nashville.
So it's a lot of music.
Yeah.
It's a lot of country music. It's hip hop.
Definitely
It's like
country
different
music.
styles and
Yeah.
stuff. You can work down there, but it's kind of like
Yep.
It's been in a music city. But one of my guys, he does like videos and videographer. He has a website. He has all of the
Fire.
stuff that I'm trying to get. Like he has it like it's basically on recycle mode. So he puts it out and then it like kind of works for itself. He built a website where he got plenty of content and then it's his own stuff. So he has all the resources. Plus he works for ESPN too. So
damn. That's not like
We just gonna plug that up right
you know what I'm saying.
So he kind of
drop
have.
that.
So he had both aspects. He runs sound for ESPN, but he also does his own video stuff, and then he's a preacher as well. So
That's what's up.
whenever I go to Nashville, because I don't get a chance to get there that often, but whenever I do, I try to do something musical. Like I do like a drum clinic or some kind of master class.
You got to get back to the community. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
Fire.
The last time I went, we rented out SRR, big studio, big sound stage, and then he did all the video for me.
Fire.
So-
They're very famous. They rent gear studios all over the place. Because I know I've rented from SR and I thought it was Sir. Anyway, I've rented from SR and fucking LA and shit like that. Yeah. I almost vibed with you for a second, but I was like, that SR. I was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, for sure.
Rookie
Yeah,
shit.
any like major artists or coming through there that need to rehearse or get some gear and stuff, they're gonna probably go through like SIR. That's probably the spot.
That's the number one choice.
That's one.
pretty
Yeah,
much.
that's definitely the spot. So yeah, I mean, we rented out the room, and he kind of shared a vision. So when you get somebody on board that shares the vision, they won't like necessarily they'll charge you, but it won't be like that industry rate.
Yeah, of course.
We know that.
Come on, you know what's up. Yeah. I mean, trust me.
So
Trust me.
So yeah, he was messing with me, and then now it's just like kind of like we turned it into a collaboration. So like I can help him with his stuff, and then he can help me with my stuff. Now, we're not like in a partnership because his brand is totally different than mine. His thing is called preach and play. And I got the hookah, so you
on the other side of it. Got it. Yeah,
for
a little bit on this.
So we can combine the two because I do play in church. You know what I'm saying? So we can combine the two, but you got to keep it separate sometimes. But yeah, that's one of my business partners. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's one of. Let's talk about the others, sir. What else do you do? What else do you do? Because listen, it's important out here, man, for people to understand. Like this, we don't only just do drums. Like most people can't just live off drums. And not that I'm saying like I'm not counting anybody's pocket, but it's tough to just play drums. But one thing that you have tapped into that's very tough for most people is the influencer space.
Oh, for sure.
And drumming. So the fact that you do that the way, again, I commend you again. That's really, really fire. And it's something that a lot of people are attempting to try and get to. So I think that's really important. What do you guys feel like on this side? What do y'all feel like y'all can do differently as far as, content and shit like that? Is there any kind of content you've been looking to create besides drum covers?
It's tough, man.
Okay.
To even come up with a concept. Yeah.
Wow, okay,
Usually, I don't know. Like usually,
yeah.
as a drummer, the first thing you want to think about is drum covers.
Okay.
So that's what we're trying to.
Well, what do you think? When I was one thing I was doing when I was trying to do drum. Well, I'm still gonna do drum covers later, but one thing I wanted to that I thought about would be unique was to put like the emoji animated face of every artist I'm playing. Like if I'm playing a Weekend song, I'll put the Weekend emoji face on my head, and I'm it's just a big headed Weekend playing his own song. Daddy Yankee, Drake. This guy,
That's
that
a
guy.
good
So I just thought it was
idea.
like fun, something fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna steal that idea.
Who was doing that a minute ago?
I did it like
Put that in your phone. I'm airdrop.
Imagine with AI now, it'd be a whole different level.
Bro, let's talk about this.
That
AI
nigga's
shit.
a munch. Kanye.
You want much, my nigga?
No,
You not a munch?
Kanye. I'm not a
you
munch.
ask?
Nah,
You don't
Kanye's
ask?
AI song. I heard.
you?
K.I.
Hell yeah.
Which song that y'all like?
I'll dive in head first. You
Wait,
don't ask?
you don't eat ass?
God bless. Whoa.
You too tall?
I'm asking. Do you eat ass, my brother?
Oh shit! We went
As
from
a drummer, he's
Yo, I'm
asking
asking.
as a
You
drummer.
just
We
said
went from drums to eating, but
you called
question, though. Go
you
ahead.
called me a munch.
But
I'm
no.
asking you, my brother.
I said I was doing the Kanye. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't hear the Kanye. I just heard you calling me a munch. I'm asking, do you eat ass, my brother?
That's a good question. You got to answer that actually, though. Go ahead.
We ain't gonna put me on the spot like that.
Yeah, no, we are. We're gonna go around the room right now.
Literally on the spotlight. Right?
But to answer your
Look at
question,
Jerry's face.
yeah, I know. Look, he trying to get me. Nah, I don't.
Nah.
Nah, okay,
I don't.
cool. Fair enough.
Never.
Is it just like,
Never.
is it the shit aspect?
It's just like I'm down there, but like I ain't gotta be down.
lying.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm under the hood. I ain't gotta get under the car. You feel me?
lying?
Can't do it, y'all, bro. Stop Hey, I'm gonna tell you
Right now.
He said you got the eat ass face on you right now.
I ain't got the eat ass face. I got the y'all eat ass face.
I definitely eat ass, 100%. For sure.
I
I
bet, you know,
smelled it on the mic.
I don't understand how you not. That
is my mic. That is my mic.
Hey.
You gotta pop this up. You gotta pop this shit up.
Word.
Nah, all jokes aside though, like I don't like you. How would you deprive yourself of the experience of like having? Like,
I'm not depriving myself.
No, hold on. Listen, hit
I
me
mean,
out.
it's not
though.
like amazing for us to eat
Yeah, it's
ass.
not.
Like,
Hold on,
hold on.
hold on, everybody. Like, let's just put yourself in. Oh, wrong one.
wow.
Let's put yourself in
This
that.
is definitely a joke.
There you go. Now check this out.
Fantasy
So
world.
how do you like deprive yourself of like the experience of finding like a piece of toilet paper in the back of your tongue a little like 30 minutes later or like
Wait, hold on. So like, that's enjoying. That's like
that's
you
part of the
enjoy
experience.
that.
No, I'm saying that's part of the experience. You're gonna deprive yourself of that.
part of the I'm
I'm asking like, why you don't ever think about like, wow, what would that be like? Like
Right,
if
so
I
if we
found
being technical, if I ever thought about that, because I ain't think about that.
Wouldn't you want to find like a piece of, you know how sometimes you find like a piece of gum or some shit like at the back of your
think it's
teeth
like-
and you just spit it out, you're like, oh shit, it's a piece of toilet paper, my guy.
Dang, like I remember that. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember when I.
Matter
Like,
of
that's what
fact,
you mean?
matter of
That's what
fact,
I'm talking
yeah, that's what you're talking about. Like matter of fact, damn, my mama wasn't that,
Yo,
she wasn't that clean.
Y'all are next level. I'm gonna answer this though, but like, I ain't never. I don't listen. I'm gonna deprive the hell out of myself of that feeling. Like, yo, that tissue, like her butt. I remember that.
Yeah, like when you pull it
I
out
ain't
with your
looking for
teeth,
that.
like you pull it out with your teeth.
I'm
like,
not looking forward to that.
That anus hair.
Yo.
Nah,
Yeah, that dingleberry.
See y'all drummers, man.
you one of the illest niggas at this whole panel. Like, what are you talking about?
You call me illest nigga. Y'all the illest nigga.
Y'all got E. coli.
Yeah, facts. Y'all sick.
Yo, man, all right, fair enough. Yo, listen, this is
The Open for Coffee podcast.
and everybody has done too much to get some. I mean, we've all been young. We've all had those experiences. We've all been in fucking high school and middle school where we've, fucking been horny about some chick, and we end up sending her a letter or we write a note, and we're like, damn, that was the wrong thing to do. Now, with that being said,
It's just a late night text. When you wake up and you see your outbox, like what you sent the night before, you're like, I sent so many snaps out, like so many blue arrows.
or you do
blue arrows open.
or you do what my boy did. You do what my boy did.
No.
Yo, we were chilling, and this nigga was like, no. I'm like, what happened? He's like, fuck. I'm like, what happened, bro? You good? He's like, I fucked up. I'm like, what happened, bro? And he's like, bro, one girl sent me like like some freaky shit, and so I sent her some freaky shit back
No.
on Snapchat, but I hit the whole list. For something, it sent it to like 40 bitches, bro.
God.
Hold on, the story gets worse. He's missing a key detail. He made it a group chat with all the females that he was hitting.
No. So this man. No. Hold on. We gonna come back to drums.
Yo, J69, you fucked up, my nigga.
This man sent. He had a group chat and then sent a meat mail to the group chat.
to the group chat.
Mail.
Yeah,
Oh
exactly.
my
It's
God.
great.
There's mad girls that started
So,
hitting him like, word, that's what you're doing now? Like,
Why?
why?
Shit. I mean,
Wow.
Yo, it was
but they
bad
all
news.
know.
Yeah, it was bad news.
Wait, oh damn.
Yeah,
wait,
was
was he
being honest.
I ain't gonna ask that question. That's too much.
Yo,
But
you
that's
know what's
crazy.
fucked up? Some of those girls was friends on Snapchat already.
Oh yeah, like Katie, what are you
So
doing
they all
here?
got him.
Oh God. Oh no. You got it
Pretty
too.
No comment.
Question: have you guys ever any embarrassing stories, fellas? Come on, man. We are all of us are here over 25, and we've all had like weird
embarrassing
experiences.
stories that they want to divulge.
I've definitely
posting to somebody.
Well, I'll say back to the eating ass part, man.
Right.
So this is kind of a question. So
let's talk about it.
If you only eating one ass, does that make you an ass eater?
Yes. Yeah, I think so. Well,
Yes,
I don't know. That's tough.
as soon as you munch, you're a munch.
Let me ask you something.
That's
If you ever tasted, like, if for whatever reason, you tasted somebody's flesh, does that make you a cannibal? If you had it one time?
Wait.
Took it way left.
I'm just saying. You do it
You're not
it
doing
makes you
that now.
That is actually a good point.
Hey, listen, if you take, I only did it once, I'll never do it again. Does that make you a cannibal?
Yeah, that's true.
I was thinking about something.
I get that though.
Nah, you do anything once, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
That's your identity.
Damn,
Fair enough.
Dang. So
Okay, so any embarrassing stories? Like, I mean,
with like a girl?
Like, oh, you know, you did something that was like, damn, maybe I shouldn't have. Like, just like Murph said. Murph said, like, sometimes you lit and you send out too many messages, and like next thing you're like, fuck, I know I shouldn't have hit her up.
Oh,
like,
it's not with it's not with like a girl, but it was like a show.
Okay, what's up? Let's talk about embarrassing. Yeah, what happened?
It was so embarrassing. So,
oh man,
I got one behind you too.
We had a show and we're playing with one of the artists I play for. His name is Danny. Shout out to my boy, love you, dog. But we playing, right? And while we're playing, everything is A1. Sound is smooth. Everything is fire.
Something got to go wrong.
We get to the second to last song. Foot pedal.
I'm sorry, I was just
That fucked me up. And my foot pedal completely breaks on me.
No.
So now we're next to like close to the last song now. I'm trying to fix my foot pedal and like I'm waving at the MD like, yo, have him keep talking. Have him keep talking.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to fix it and nothing's working. Like my joint is broke. So we get to the point like the artist turns around. He's like, yo, what's going on? Like, what are y'all doing? Like, we supposed to be going to the last song. What are y'all doing? I'm like, yo, my foot pedal. Like, bro, I don't, we can't.
Yeah.
Bro, he's literally looking at me. And then he turns to like the crowd and is like, hey guys, I love you. We're gonna have to end the show, guys. The drummer stuff is messed up, but we love you, bro. But it was like, when I tell you, bro, my heart, bro.
Oh my God.
Yo, for like the first 30 minutes after the show, I'm like, yo, Dennis, my bad, bro.
Oh my
bad, bro. Like that, bro. When I tell you, I was like, yo, D, my fault, bro.
Yikes.
Hurt my,
How do you plan
wanted
for
to,
that though?
bro.
Yeah, for real, you can't.
You can't
What was it, like a
because
chain or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like
There's
in the
no-
process of me playing,
no,
like
you do plan for that. I'll tell you how you plan for that because I've been
bring an extra one.
No, you use double pedals and you play with the left just in case something fucks up.
He's always had double pedals.
Listen, I play double. You know, I be cheating with the doubles, but I don't go fuck. I could do it with single.
He be cheating with the doubles. Go ahead.
Whatever. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, just give it that extra.
He admitted it at least.
But I mean, it's not really cheating because whatever. Like, what the fuck is it there for? What the fuck is it there for?
Right.
But all I'm saying is that when it's happened to me, where I've had like, you know, doing the single pedal thing, and then the fucking pedal does this whoop, and it falls out. And I'm like, mid song or beginning of the song, we ain't got no budget for no fucking tech. You know, who the fuck is gonna, you either figure the fuck out. So what I've had to do was either play with my left or like swing my chair all the way over. And I'm playing my right. I'm playing with my hat and my thing like this.
Yes, bro. Yeah.
Hey, listen, I'm saved to the end of the song, my nigga.
Bro, when I tell you, man, my heart,
yeah,
dog, killed me. I never be in that situation again. That was the most embarrassing thing in my life.
I'll tell you an embarrassing story that happened on stage. At least you got some more stage, but that is pretty embarrassing. I burned on stage alive the whole time. The whole time. And Eric Moore was there to watch, and I was just like,
oh, Jesus.
Damn.
What you mean burn? Like you was hot? Or like,
nah, nigga, like I couldn't hear anything. And the DJ and what I was playing was this.
Oh.
You go to one of those venues where nigga, the sound is terrible.
Yo, as a drummer and you hear another and he's not on, you like
facts.
Come on, man. You and you already know you're not. There's not many people. Ain't nobody at Eric Moore on that level, nigga. So obviously, I'm trying to do my thing. Just stay in the pocket, just play right.
Fact.
For sure.
Big fact.
That shit is. It's going left.
Yeah.
Yo, this nigga's watching the whole time. I got on stage and he's like,
You killing, bro.
Nah. He was like,
Yes.
he's like, you good? And I was like,
Oh God.
That's a smile right
You with
there.
the you good?
I was like, nah. He's like, what happened? I was like, I couldn't hear nothing. He's like, I know. He's like, looking. He's like, come on. He brought me over to his car. He brought me to he dead ass just pulled out of his trunk a full. What the fuck did he give me, Murph?
Mixer.
It's like a little like mixer patcher thing. Where you
Yeah,
can,
he's like, yo, don't ever let that shit happen again. Here.
Boom.
It had the receipt and everything. He's like, nigga, I just bought it, but you obviously need it more than I do. You're in the middle of a tour. Take that. But I appreciate. No, that's my guy because
That's love, though.
He's
That's
come out to a
love.
few shows already. He knows what's up.
That's
But
Respect.
that was
That's
one of the
big love.
shows where I was just like, wow, this.
That's
You know, it
some-
couldn't have happened in a better place. Like
Yeah.
I've done. This is I'm in the middle of a 30-city tour. This is 10 city 10. You know, I've been around a bunch of who the fuck cares. And the one time this nigga wants to show up, and you know we're in the area, this shit happens.
That's
But
the worst.
hey, you know, you live and you learn, my boy. You know
I
what I'm
have
saying?
a question for you, bro.
Wait, who you put? Oh, okay, right.
I got a question for you, Doc.
Yes, sir.
What was the gig that humbled you and was like, okay, I have to understand, like, the music side, like, you know what I'm saying?
A lot of those type of gigs are like studio opportunities. So like back in the day, like now you don't really see a lot of studio sessions and stuff happening. But growing up in Nashville, like when I was in my 20s, a lot of the opportunities was they want you to come in and cut like a demo or a record. So it's like in your own personal practice time, like you work on all these chops and you're like, oh man, I'm ready. I can play arenas.
Yep.
But when you get in the studio, like none of that matters. You know, they just want you to be solid, play with a click track. And I was playing for an artist, and he was trying to cut like 5 songs, and he pretty much had the studio booked for like 2 days.
Okay.
So when I came in, you know, I didn't really have a blueprint at the time. I wasn't really charting songs, so I was just coming in like, and then the whole session, I'm like, damn, what would Spanky do on this? And I'm like, and I'm thinking like, oh, what would, you know, Eric Moore or like Thomas Pridgeon or like,
Oh my
I was
God,
thinking,
legends.
I was
Legends,
like,
bro.
what would my favorite drummer instead of like, what would I do for the song? Because we're playing a pop song. We're not playing like, you know, we're not doing no metal or no gospel or nothing that's, you know, that instrumental.
Yeah.
You just, you know, and it's for radio. So if you're doing a song for the radio, like, you got to think back to like, I guess Beyonce, the last time you had like live instrumentation on an actual record, you know, and it's like, oh, well, the drums, you know, the toms is doing the same thing every time. It's not like, you know, so.
Yeah, that's a fact. It's like the verse. The verse of the drums, the toms is not doing that. They're not switching it up every time. They're not freestyling. It's what it is.
Straight pattern.
But
And,
yeah.
then it's memorable too. So if you go back to even like, you know, the 60s or 70s when you heard like drums and stuff on records, it was like, you know, that those feels and stuff were like memorable. So when you're a rookie and you get in, you just want to like, you want to play like what you've been listening to the whole time. And then you go up there and it's like, damn, we ain't doing none of this stuff that I thought we would be doing. So it is a humbling experience. Because it's like, damn, you want to make a good impression because, you know, in music, in working, it's all about reputation. So
For sure.
got to have a good reputation. If they, oh man, this drummer, man, he nice on IG, but man, he came out, he was doing all them chops, and man, I ain't calling him no more. And then it's
Just like that.
Yes, sir.
and now
Just
you
like
take,
that.
and now it's like, damn, now you gotta, you know, 2 years to rebuild your reputation, you know. So it's like, if you get it right, you can't always get it right the first time, but yeah, the studio has definitely been some crash and burn moments for sure.
That's something that he's always told me. I'm not a drummer, but I've known him for so long. He's always said like, he's like, one thing I've always noticed from like, you know, drummers that might be nice. He's like, they don't know when to be nice, really. Like sometimes they just go crazy and like you're not the main part of the band all the time. You know what I'm saying? And it's like
That's a fact.
people don't know when to reel it in. You know what I'm saying? And you'll have your time most likely. You know what I'm saying?
Time and the place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they hit me with the keep it simple, stupid, and I wanted to fight and get mad. But I was like, all right.
Yeah, bro.
Nah, that's I learned that lesson the hard way. Like I never had any lessons like growing up or nothing like that. I was very fortunate for somebody named by the name of Mike Harris. When I was playing drums, he was not a drummer. He didn't teach me anything, but he taught me discipline. I didn't have any discipline. I'm not somebody who would like sit there for hours and practice and none of that shit. But when I started playing for him, so what happened was, I was playing in church. I was playing on like you know like the teen nights. You know what I'm saying. Then the adults called me up to play like on Sundays because it was a couple other drummers there, but they were They were Caucasian. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that they were just
They didn't have no flavor.
dude.
it was real salt and pepper. You know what I'm
There was
saying?
no adobo.
Yeah.
There was no adobo, my nigga. No sazon, no nothing. But you know, the thing was that they were very stuck in the very rock. You know, the rock. Everything felt like rock. You know how that goes, bro. You know,
CCM, man. That's what they
bro. Everything they play, it don't matter what. It could be a ballad, it could be a pop, it could be a this. And then, you know, in most churches, like if you grow up in church, like you play all types of music.
Yeah.
It's not just this type of music, and not just this type of music, not just hymns, and it's all kinds of music for the most part. And anything they would play, it would just feel like a rock song, and it'd be crashing. Like, anyway, the dude that he was Mike Harris, he was a black gentleman, and he was very, very like soulful and he just needed a little something else. Like he didn't want his music to feel like rock music, so he started calling me up to do to play drums, and so he saw me playing drums on Thursdays, but he knew I was very rough around the edges, and he would just, at every turn for the first few months, like maybe up to a year, maybe longer, but he would just battle me. He'd be like, yo, no, like I don't want to hear none of that extra shit. None of that shit. Like we in church, like I don't want to hear that. Play this, stay here, nothing
Don't
else.
move.
Do not move.
Don't you move.
At all, bro. Like at all. I don't want to hear no extra hi-hat, no extra
Wow.
snare, nothing. I want the do-do-doom, psh. That's it.
so
No
helpful.
extra.
2 and 4
That's
gets
it, bro.
the bills paid.
But here's the thing, though. As soon as I started playing for him and doing that, I reeled it in and really, really like just started listening. Because a lot of times like, we would battle and he'd be like, "Yo, you look, you about to cry. Get the fuck off stage. It's not about you. Get off stage." And he was on that type of time. And I was 14, 15 at the time. You know what I'm saying? But I learned. I really, really learned, because soon after that, the lead singer, one of the lead singers, his name was Dave Reyes, which is Flo's cousin, which turned into whatever. But Dave Reyes, I told him, he was in a band. He was in a top 40 band, and he used to play music by Earth, Wind & Fire, Michael Jackson, Luther Vandross, all this stuff outside of church. And so on the weekends, I would tell him, because I was like a bigger 15-year-old kid, like I was a big kid. I was like, yo, your drum is whack, bro. Like, just being funny. And he's like, my nigga, like, he's like, you 15, like, what the fuck you gonna do? I was like, cook that nigga, for sure, cook him. And he's like, word? Oh, just being stupid. And so he brought me to a gig, and in between gigs, so they would do like 3 shows. They would do 3 sets. They would do 3 sets of an hour and a half. So in between sets, he was like, yo, go play something. And so I got on the drums and I played like just like some groove shit. It's like, you know the Michael Jackson shit. Rock with you. Just something simple. And this nigga was looking at me, he's like, yo, that shit is whack. And the people in the band, they was like,
It's not that bad.
this nigga not that bad. Like he's right there. And then next thing you know, they called me up or whatever. But it was literally because of I just played in the pocket for less than 30 seconds, and just like that, I got the gig. Nice. And I was 15 years old. I'm playing at the hi-hat. If anybody in Rhode Island knows, I'm playing at the hi-hat, which is 25 plus. I'm playing at the atrium. This nigga knows. We used to go.
Facts.
Yo, me and this nigga used to be at Foxwoods, bro. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday nights, and come back to school. And our teachers would go to the shows because it was music that they would fuck with, and all their
be
music.
like that. Yeah.
But anyway, that was just it's a little backstory. But
It be like that out there.
Nigga, yo, one funny shit. Man, this nigga at the bar at the atrium, bro, at Foxwoods. Somebody taps our shoulder, and we look up, and we're like, and my high school principal was like, "What the
You're
fuck?
lying."
What? He's like, "What the fuck are you guys doing here?" This nigga there gambling, smoking a cigar, and he know, nigga, we was just in school, nigga. That same day, it's a Thursday night. Nigga, he's like, what can you guys possibly be doing here? Me and this nigga, look, we grabbed our Shirley Temples and we ran, and we got back on stage, and then we just played, and then I came over. He's like, wow, he's like, I had no idea, like I didn't know you played, like didn't
be like that.
But yeah, no, it's just some wild shit. Like, how long have you guys been playing? Sway, let's start with you. How old are you? Well, let's start with you. How old are you, Sway?
33.
How long you been playing?
Actively since I was like 14, probably.
14.
Oh, yeah.
What was besides
like
church? What was like
19
one?
years.
Yeah. So besides church, what was one of your like first paid gigs? You would say. I remember that first check. I think everybody does. Yeah.
Was it
$50?
I was gonna say, was it like $50?
Yeah, it was $50. My nigga. It don't even matter. It was just
Mine
like.
was 40. Cash.
But for me, it was church.
Okay, that was the first paid gig.
Yeah,
But
it was
outside of
first
church, what was the next paid gig? Because I know you probably got face. I was getting faces left and right when I started playing secular music. Everybody in church was like, Joshua, like you're supposed to be you're a son of God. You know, you're not supposed to be in the clubs. Because I would do that. I would do that all week, and then I would not miss the Thursday nights. I won't miss the Wednesday nights. I play in Wednesday night church, play on Thursday nights,
Crazy.
go to the gig, and play on Sunday morning. Play 4 or 5 services. Y'all know how that goes. First service, second service, afternoon service, and then the anyway.
Night service.
Yeah.
My first paid gig outside of church was at the age of 15,
Yep.
14, 15.
Yes, sir.
I was playing salsa at the Black Rep.
Nice.
Oh, that's fire.
Oh, okay.
That's fire.
Also,
They had salsa
Some
night
salsa?
on Wednesday. Yeah.
Okay.
That's wavy.
What about you, Dave? Wait, how old are you, Dave?
I'm 37.
Okay, and how long you been playing?
Since about 11.
This nigga look like he's 12. That's crazy. Okay, that's what's up.
he got the he got the flaw.
He must look like he 18.
Nah, he got the flawless syndrome.
Nah, he definitely got the flaw.
He got flawless syndrome.
He got the, but yeah, those niggas do not age. Oh, wait, you're Puerto Rican?
Yeah.
And
Yo,
for
There
that.
you go. There you go. Daddy
Check that
Yankee
box
flawless
off.
and this nigga David. Okay.
Them niggas don't age, bro. Them niggas all look 12.
Yeah.
But no, so what was your first paid gig?
Yeah, so I'm 37. I might look 15, but my memory's like 99.
Okay.
So, I mean, the only paid gigs, I remember is mainly church. But,
That's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, church
Crazy how
gigs.
everybody starts at church.
Yo,
It's just recently that I'm playing now.
every drummer I know really started at
Starts at
church.
Yeah.
And any drummer I knew that wasn't at
Foundation.
church never
A lot
didn't
of
stick
them.
with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew a lot of drummers growing, like kids that would play drums and stuff like that. But like none of them went to church, and I ain't talking about none of them now. You know
A
what
lot
I'm
of
saying?
The only ones who stick with, like, who it sticks with you, like, to the core is the people who, like, you, listen.
There's probably discipline involved with it because you're at
Yeah.
church and there's something more to it than just.
And then at certain points, it depends on like how the church is too.
Yeah.
Because, like,
Okay.
You can have like a big church and be drawn to drums, or you can have like the little small churches that like not a lot of people go to, and they don't really have a lot of people there,
Yeah.
but they have drums, and it's like, oh, you 5. Get on the drums. Bro. And then
That's how
it's
that goes. That's how that goes.
And then
Yep.
little by little, then you start to fall in love with the craft, and then you're
Yep,
like,
yep.
all right, cool. Like,
Yo,
this
church
could
is
bring me somewhere. You feel me?
church is definitely the oven where people cook their talents.
I agree.
100% because
good way to put it.
What I I attribute everything I do because of church. Like, even though I don't attend as often as anymore. I mean, not as
Easter?
often.
Did you go on Easter?
I did.
Nice.
Do not
Did
play
you?
me. Yes, I did.
You going
Yo,
out to hell.
you look like a
You
drug
going
dealer too. I
straight
saw,
to hell.
I saw family pictures. Everybody was dressed super nice. He looked like a drug dealer.
What is wrong?
Shirt button down to the nipples.
Chest hairs and all
Yeah,
that.
you showing off all the
Come as
taco
you
meat,
are.
yo. That
Come
shit was
as you
Yo,
all-
are.
I
You
was, listen, I showed up in church, my
as
G.
you are.
You were there though. You were there.
Come on, thank you.
That's right.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, that's
I'm not the one to talk.
yeah, but damn, I forgot I was going. You fucking asshole.
I just remember seeing. I was like, yo, I was scrolling through your sister's
did
pictures. I was
go
like, was Josh there? And he's like,
You damn right. Hey, you damn right. Hey, I was there. You know what? Nah, you know what's embarrassing too? Damn. My niece was like, Josh Theo, you smell. I'm like, fuck. Sorry. I was like, damn.
See?
I'm like, damn. I was like, I didn't burn on the way there, nothing like that. But
don't they smell
Thank God
skunks?
I
And
don't
like
do
it
that
smells like
stuff.
Theo.
Yeah, it smells like skunk.
yo, nah, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. It's fucked up, yo.
That's why,
Damn, I got
that's why I don't even do that stuff, bro.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Listen. My sister-in-law called me. She was like, Joshua. I'm like, what? Hold on, I got you. She was like,
Joshua, guess what?
and I'm like, what happened, Kathy? She's like,
So we were in the car, and so Jayla was like, the window was open. She was like, what's that smell? It smells like Theo. Is Theo here?
and I guess somebody was burning a few cars down, and it just she was just like she was looking around like, where's Theo?
Look,
That's
But she could be talking about this Theo too. So like, I'm not the only Theo here.
See?
So.
I plead the fifth.
that's why you can't be doing that stuff, man.
Nah, it's
like Stephen A. says, stay off the weed.
Were you not just
No,
burning
I
at
was
the
not.
start of this?
I was not.
Before
No,
you started, you wasn't
No.
just.
We got it on camera.
I saw a Cuban. I saw a Cuban in your mouth
It is
earlier when
a
I pulled
hooper.
up.
There's nothing.
Senor
I
Coop.
don't do that stuff.
I said, "You're Coop." I think I introduced myself while you was rolling. Senor Coop.
Damn, snitching.
Yo, listen. To any pastors out there that may watch this, he is
Oh, no,
lying.
yeah, he's lying. Yeah,
He is big lying. Any bishop, listen, man.
Yo, does being on anything enhance your drumming experience? Like we was talking about whatever earlier. Like
that is a
great
great
question.
Like
God damn.
if you had to be like,
What's the ideal? What's the ideal?
I'll bring it down. What's the ideal like scenario? Like when you get on the drums, you want a little bit of hookah, maybe a shot. Like where are you at?
That's a good. All right,
Let's start with Jeremy. Let's start with Jeremy.
Good ass question.
Go ahead, man.
What's the vibe, bro?
It depends on how important the gig is.
Yo, that is a whole nother conversation.
Wow, what a fucking good point. God damn.
It'd be like you there for somebody, not for the money. This is like somebody you fuck with, and you're doing the gig for them.
Oh well, yeah. I want to
Straight vibes.
So usually, you know, I'll if it's music I don't normally listen to, like so you was talking about like the rock vibe with church, like bare bones, you know, adobo, nowhere to be found. No disrespect. I'm gonna cut this point. I ain't gonna.
No, don't worry about it. Yeah. Heard
but
you.
no, it's all like. You know,
Gotcha.
We editing live, baby.
It's like that.
I appreciate that.
I got you, my boy.
No.
So it's like with that music, like I don't really like I listen to gospel, but I don't listen to that type of music. So it's like I have to learn the song because I feel like I'm like the worst musician because I'll only listen to a song when I got to learn it to play.
Okay.
So I don't just like a lot of top 40 and gigs and stuff you get, like you got to learn these songs to play in bars, but you don't normally listen to some of this stuff. The charting process is one thing, and then you get to the church, they want you to play it exactly like the record. Right. If it's I play by ear too, but it's like okay, I chart it, so I want to make sure I'm like 100% on point for that type of gig.
Yeah, but you're not gonna fade it at the church. Or maybe you are. I don't want.
But if it's something that like for musicians, I'm sure we've all played gigs that we can play backwards and forwards because
for sure.
Yeah, so I could be 10 shots. Like I used to play with a country artist. I could take a shot before the show, 2 shots, 3 shots.
During the shot on stage,
mushrooms,
whatever.
Let's go to the toilet. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that stuff no more. But you know what I'm saying? Like because you. A lot of those type of situations, like are band situations. So you created the music as a unit. So if I created a drum part, then shit,
I mean,
you can't tell me it's wrong. I made it.
Right. True. So yeah, for sure.
Nah, I like that, man. I like that a lot.
A couple shots, I feel you.
But it's true though. Like, it definitely depends on the type of gig. Like like you said, if it's with like my homies or something like that, for me personally, like I try not to
be lit because you want to be on point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because a lot of times, like especially if it's like a bigger show and I'm playing with tracks or like they have cues and stuff like that. Like I want to make sure. You know what I'm saying? I don't want. Absolutely. I want to make sure that like the artist that I'm playing for gets the highlight.
Okay. So
I don't want that to I don't want me being lit to overshadow the fact. Like,
hold on. Let me compliment you on a second though, because something that you do very well that I admire is that you stay within the pocket, but you add so much spice.
Yeah.
Without doing
fired. Bro, I've had like people like I started doing gigs at like 14, 15, like outside gigs, outside of church and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like when I first got like my foot in the door in terms of like gigging and stuff like that, like it was a lot of times where like I'm just unleashing, and then it's just like, yo, hold up.
Yeah.
Like you have to play within the confines. Like it's a conversation with music. Like the piano player is saying something, the singer is saying something, the guitar player is saying something, the bass player is saying something. What are you gonna say? Or you just gonna overtalk everybody? Because if you gonna overtalk everybody, then we just gonna let you have it. You know what I'm saying? So I try to make sure like whatever I do, it's tasteful, but not to where I'm stepping on the toes of everybody else.
Yeah, the shit is wild. Yeah, some of the shit you be doing, I'm like, what the fuck are you even thinking about? Why are you there? Where did you pull that from? Like, nah.
Yeah, well, the drummer's the heartbeat. You know, if you guys fuck up at all, like everybody's gonna feel it. Yeah, the common listener will feel it if the drummer fucks up.
But something he's mastered though that is tough for a lot of drummers to do is to stay in the pocket and still add a level of spice over the top without fucking up the bass player, without fucking this person up, without fucking, because this obviously fire. We know we could delay, we could jump around and do windmills all over the beat, but
like Jake can probably attest to this. Like there's probably instances where like you've done a gig and like you want to make sure that like the song feel good to you. Like when you get on the track or like you get on the show and like you play a song, you know, this is like, oh yeah, this is my shit. Like,
Yep,
I'm gonna tear this song up. And then after a while, you like, yo, I know in my head, I'm thinking of everything I could do within the confines of the song. But it's like now I have to pick and choose the right thing, because if I don't pick and choose the right thing, it's just gonna sound like a whole bunch of noise. And I probably feel like you probably know
Absolutely.
a lot about that, especially with touring and shit like that. Like this,
for sure.
you have to. It's a level of discipline, and then learning when to like. I'm gonna slide that in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you got that, bro.
No, I mean, like, I feel like it's the same kind of thing we talk about it with rappers a lot of times. Like, you know, the dopest rapper can be the most lyrical miracle person and be like, yo, he's the illest. He'll kill anybody. But if you can't make a pop song, it doesn't matter. Like, you know, you won't get to that next level if you can't make a hit record. And sometimes you gotta. Jay-Z said it best. I dumped it down, doubled my dollars. You know what I'm saying? The second he reeled it in a little bit, made more money. When Eric Moore was here, he was talking about, he's like, yo, I make the most money on the gigs where I'm not really fulfilling myself necessarily. You know what I'm saying? I'm just playing what the people want.
How about
play.
this, Murph? How about, you know, specifically with us? How about we make the most money on the gigs where we're only bodies on the set. Like, they'll hire us to do, like, because they, oh my God, you know, we see they love the hype and they love the way we do videos and blah blah blah, and we send them the video and they're like, throw the whole thing away. Yeah. like we want it like this.
Like, candidly, we did a big job for Nike one time. We were like, oh, they love our shit. So
Nike and Dick's
we're gonna
Sporting
throw
Goods,
we're gonna throw everything at the wall. It's Nike, and they were like, it's great. But we want it like clean, you know, really like, you know, very clean,
bro.
You know,
and this is after spending 18 hours straight after the gig to deliver it the next day.
We broke night, delivered it to them by like the morning and stuff, and it wasn't what they wanted. And it's the same
just
kind
throw
of
the whole
thing.
thing away, man.
Yeah, fact.
It's the same kind of thing. If you're doing all these paradiddles and shit that you're not supposed to be doing,
That's
the only drumming term I know. It's the only drumming term I know.
You nailed it, buddy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, nah, but
I feel like it's all universal, man.
Nah, for real. I guess it applies to everything, man. Like, you know, sometimes you gotta simplify things in order to, you know what I'm saying,
get the satisfaction.
Yeah, it's kind of like, you know, like like you get a job, you know, it's kind of like you got to go in and act like you just clean cut individual with like morals and stuff.
Yeah.
But once you get in there, you know what I'm saying?
Then you can fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all let me in the door. Y'all fucked up. It's too late.
Y'all done messed up.
So yeah, with the music, man, it depends on how strict the music director and the person in charge is.
For sure.
As the years pile up, you'll start to get away with more stuff. Like even the church I play at now, I can pretty much do what I want. I mean, but I can't, you know.
But they trust you. They trust you.
I was gonna say they trust you.
you.
So what's your favorite kind of style to play? If you a dream gig, like what's the genre?
It's funny. None of the because I was talking about like the gigs that pay the most. Like so, none of the stuff and the content I put up on IG, I've never been hired to play any of that music.
No,
never. It's always either country, rock, pop, singer-songwriter, and I'm talking, I've played like amphitheaters and stuff, but and the song be like, you know, something I definitely wouldn't listen to. It's like soft rock, you know, soft pop rock.
Some fucking like some Sting or some shit. Like
some of these people, man, they want like, if I can barely hear you, then you're exactly where you need to be on
Jesus.
the drum.
So as long as that deposit hits on Tuesday morning, bro.
Listen, I'll brush it up.
I'll play with a paintbrush. You want me to brush it?
I'll brush it up.
Yeah, he's out there rubbing the snare drum and shit.
But I'm like we mentioned Eric Moore, like, so I think a lot of like drummers, like we're clinicians too at heart too. So because we grew up listening to like, you know, Steve Smith, Dave Weckl, you know,
Benny Caluta,
Dennis Chambers, you know, Dave Weckl, like you said. So it's like, that's the type of, because that's like the best music to express yourself as a musician.
Yeah.
But when it comes to commercial music, none, you know, because the average listener is not going to understand it. Like you was talking about playing in 7 earlier. Like you play a live venue, you playing something in 7. They're like, oh, that's kind of, I mean, it feels funny, but I kind of like it. It's like, that's different. It's different. You got to dumb it down. You know what I'm saying? Like you were saying with the rappers, you got to dumb it down sometimes.
No, for real. You really do, man. I feel like in everything.
Now, if you can pick an artist that you can play for the rest of your life, who would it be?
That's crazy.
And the second question, I'm gonna go around the room, is dream gig besides an artist would be like, what does a dream gig actually look like? Okay, but yeah, go ahead, artist. Yeah, first.
Damn, that's hard.
I don't know.
Oh, I already know, but go ahead. I know exactly who I want.
Nah, who? They don't know, so let's hear it. Who do you got?
I'm going Beyonce, man. You know, I done had dreams about this woman, man, a few times.
Listen, me too.
And I feel like we would vibe.
Who's the drummer right now? He's probably very well known, right?
Oh, well, she does an all-female. Band.
Actually, I did know that.
So
she does like a very
so you got
like.
Joy the drummer. She's
Shout out to her.
Man, she been.
Who did she have before?
I don't know. She's
Yo,
probably.
hold on, say what up to the podcast.
It's.
What?
Yo, say what up to Selena's After Hours.
Oh,
Already?
Is that me?
Yeah, I got pre for nothing. I was waiting.
Yeah, we'll run something else later. Bro.
Selena out. That was NK New Creation, baby. What up?
All right, so you said Beyonce.
Yeah. So, man, I used to man. I'm telling you, like with Twitter. Twitter used to be a thing. It's still a thing.
You
bro,
could touch celebrities in like just by one tweet.
Yep.
Man, listen, it was a drummer, Kim Thompson. Shout out to her.
Shout out to Kim.
But she used to her and Nikki something. I forget her last name.
Glaspie?
Yes.
Glaspie? Yeah.
Yes.
No, not Glacier. It was Glacier.
It was Glaspie. Yeah, that's correct.
Killed.
Yeah, so they both played for her at the same time. Kim Thompson, she was a jazz cat. She's actually from New York.
fire.
And man, when I tell you, I used to spam because you said it's Selena ass, right? Selena.
yeah.
I was trying to get that so bad. Man. All she had to do was write back once. and-
That's got to be crazy.
Got your attention.
So I was always, and of course, I was thinking, hey man, I like how do you get your pair deals? Even though I already knew how to. I was like, can you tell me how you? But mind you, she doing shows in Russia. Like she was on tour with Beyonce. She did the whole run. So the fact that I could communicate with her was kind of cool.
Yeah,
or
That's
whatnot.
fire as fuck.
Beyonce's definitely
but yeah, I mean
top tier.
her music, she do all female, so I know there's no chance in hell I'd probably be able to play for her.
Yeah.
But like the production behind it, the rehearsals behind it, like a lot of people don't understand. Like you just go to the show, you're like, damn, how is everything perfect? But man, they rehearse that stuff like 6 months,
crazy.
7 months in advance,
10 hours a
and that's all they do. So Beyonce for sure.
Different, bro.
They'll do like full documentaries on that shit, man.
Yeah, watch them all.
Super fire.
Fact.
What about you guys? I would say for a dream gig for me, besides what I'm already doing like with Flawless, because I think that's like the most fun. But a dream gig for me would be, I would say is, I really, really enjoy these gigs that I'm doing now where I would just like to keep doing it on bigger and bigger and bigger stages, but I love doing the gigs where I'm just fucking with the DJ. We're just going back and forth.
Yeah, I
That's
agree.
it. I guess
Seriously.
for one, they're playing all the music you love to play, all the early 90s, all the early 2000s, Fire, Ja Rule, Fat Joe, all this fire hip hop. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. Obviously, you got the new trap, the new drill, and that's fun to play because once you figure out the
Once you figure that pattern.
Once you figure out those patterns, then it's fun. But all that shit that is already embedded in you, where you don't have to think about nothing, you know where the breaks are, you know where the songs are, you feel it in your balls. Where it's like, that's my favorite shit. Period. Like actually thinking about it, I got to do that shit tomorrow. Shout out to the Roots.
Yes.
So who's the biggest like DJ you could rock with?
I don't know. I've seen. This is what I'm gonna do.
a good question.
We were talking earlier about a way to use like how what is your approach to certain things, whatever. My approach to what I would like to do is there's a few DJs like A-Track and just different DJs. Besides me already building with my homie DJs that are already on their way up, there's a bunch of DJs that they do these crazy mixes. So what I want to do is I'm gonna just do a bunch of covers to their mixes and then just post that shit, see where it goes. If they fuck with it, they fuck with it. If they don't, then whatever. It's just good content anyway. So that's just what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just do all them shits that they do on YouTube. Like it's man easy. First of all, for drummers out there, listen. I mean, okay, sorry, I should take my own advice. Anyway, listen, drummers. Listen. All these joints, like, it's making it so easy for us to create content because these TikTok DJ dudes, they're already making the content and it's only 30 seconds. They're putting one song in one song and they're doing this. And that's it, my nigga. So do a duet, whatever. Get, mic your shit up, use your phone, whatever the case is, and fucking duet them shits and that's what I'm gonna do. That's my approach. So, and matter of fact, I'm probably gonna cut out the picture of their head and put do the whatever, because that's another way.
Write that down.
In my head, that's one way that it makes it more unique. For one, I'm not trying to chop and do all this wild shit over the beat. I just want to play the music and make it fun. So, and then already complimenting what they already did, plus them seeing themselves doing it in a sense. I don't know. For me, in my head, it may work. Let's see what happens. But yeah,
good. I like that.
Yeah, that's kind of like So that's my dream gig. It's just like straight. Just DJ shit where there's no real direction. It's going wherever it's going. You guys are somewhat in sync with these, with these transitions, and you kind of pull back when he's changing songs or whatever. Keep it moving.
It's funny you said that, man. Real quick, man. This was at least 10 years ago. Travis Barker, he was on tour with
DJ AM.
Man, he was on tour with Lil Wayne at the time, and I was in Atlanta, and I got a chance to check out the after party, which is crazy because he's already making mad bread just being on tour. But he would do an after party with a DJ, and I got to witness it up close and personal. I was like, man, this is crazy. And what's crazy about him is that his stamina is like ungodly,
bro.
Ungodly.
The intensity that he plays with and stays at. Is different. What's the shit when you play marching band and you do like, you know what I'm saying, like it goes all the way
stick
up.
Twirls?
No, not the stick twirls, but like, you know, you can play here and then you can do like all the way. It's like 12 inches.
He up there.
His arm is going back the whole time, both his arms, and they're flaring the entire time. And whatever chops he's doing, he is doing it at fucking maximum 10 volume effort, going hard. I've seen some shits where he shows his hands afterwards. I've had some fucked up hands after tours and doing shit like that, but when your scabs peel off and you have blisters and you keep playing on top of that and you play past it and your hands all bloody, that's different. And that's where he lives there, so shit.
And I respected that, and also just the business aspect of it.
Oh,
too.
yeah,
I'm like, damn, he making
double the bag.
Yeah, I'm like,
double. He's making all the money with the Famous brand, bro. You know how many millions?
Famous Stars and Straps was the shit.
Are you kidding me, bro?
bro?
Everybody tried. You either had one or you saw niggas with it, and you was like, "That's fucking fire."
Speaking of Travis Barker, Blink-182 just got back together and is going on tour. I wonder, like, just as we're asking all these questions, I wonder if that's his favorite gig. If he's like so excited, like, fuck, I get to play my songs with my guys again.
I would believe so.
He's been playing everything.
I would believe so.
In the
I would
meantime,
believe so.
It's got to be, man.
Because it's like it's like your baby, and now you're getting back to it, like, and you're with all your homies. You know what I'm saying? It's like
it's got to be. the best.
Now I'm on tour. Like, obviously, Travis Barker goes on tour with a lot of people, and he's cool with a lot of folks. A lot of these people that he goes on tour with are his friends, but like, these are the folks that he started with. So
great in the music.
I promise you, he's probably going to hit the shit.
He did, the drum tech better be ready with extra skins, extra toms, and snares ready on the side.
I would love to be a drum tech for a tour, just to see.
Me too. I would love that, bro.
Just to see the everyday ins and outs. Because I feel like it is a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of moving parts.
We've done tours, but not like that, bro. I can only imagine.
To that extent.
When they're pulling up with like 3 or 4 18-wheelers. Nah, I get it.
And you got to get there at like 6 a.m. to set the drums up.
That's the only thing that doesn't sound fun about being a drum tech. Is getting there before the drummer, like hours before the drummer gets there, and the drummer got to pull up like.
Does he even really sound check at that point? Because at a certain level, doesn't the drum tech even do the sound check for you? And it's, it's got to be to where they want it.
The drum tech sometimes, Then the drummer gets on, he'll play it to see if it feels comfortable. Like, we might have to move this here.
Yeah, you know what Travis in the situation would want. So he walk in at like 12.
He's walking in right before the gig. Like, it's lit. Is everything good?
Facts. Oh, guaranteed.
With a Kardashian on his arm, got to be one of the greatest drummers of all time. Just off that alone, like,
you know how gangster that is.
She heard about the fingers, bro. She heard about what the shit was talking about.
She probably did, because man, in no time they'll marry. Real shout to them.
It's crazy because it's just like it's only a collection of few drummers that like aren't disposable. Because when you think about like regular artist gigs, like if I play for Meg Thee Stallion, like it's just like they coming to the show to see her. You know? And whoever playing, you just playing drums. You can say
you
to your
win,
crowd.
But
when you think about like Travis Barker, Questlove, you know what I'm saying, and like these goats, Chad Smith, a part of a band. So I think like. And then with Blink-182, the questions you ask is that like when you're a part of a band and the band is the brand, then you get the same love. Like rest in peace to Taylor Hawkins. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, they coming to see him as well. They come to see the band, but they also come to see them too. So I think that's
Travis
cool.
is probably the biggest out of all three. They're all more low key. Mark Hoppus is very low key.
Travis is like the biggest star of the three.
Of all three.
By far.
The other guy was an Angels in
man. Get the drummer song.
Give the drummer song.
Yeah,
I'm on the drought right now too. But Rhode Island, man. Y'all gotta plug me or something.
Rhode Island got the.
If you go tomorrow to the gig that he's playing, bro.
Listen, I'll be real with you.
What time is that gig?
It's a brunch. It's a nice like early afternoon type shit. No, real shit. If you don't mind coming back, bro, I promise you.
I gotta call out.
You're not gonna know what to do with yourself. It's like that. I'm telling you, any of these Cape Verdean events, bro. It's yo, LT, where's LT at? LT's back there somewhere, and he'll tell you, bro. Anybody will tell you that it's just the most beautiful women. They're all the baddest, most beautiful bodies. No work done. You know what I'm saying? None of that plugging. You know what I'm saying? No work done. Beautiful women, and then they all throwing it back, bro.
Yeah, because see, I'm trying to eat my second piece of ass. I only eat ass once.
We gotta let the people know.
Hey,
Yo, bro, you're gonna walk. You're gonna
Technical
be.
foul.
You might eat a few asses that night.
Yeah, I just want to eat two. My
Yeah,
second one, though. First one's
trust
all
me.
right.
You're gonna walk in extra tall, nigga. You're gonna be fine.
There's a lot of good
Just pull
candidates.
up.
There's a lot of good
6'5".
candidates.
You're gonna be fine, bro. Trust me. They're gonna think you Cape Verdean, and you're gonna be like, actually, I don't know what you're saying. My mind, they're gonna be like, oh my god, what are you? You're like, it's a rap. It's a rap, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. Yo, Sway, how many events have you gone with me? Have you filmed that, played that, whatever the case is? Tell me the women. It's not. It's like that.
It's crazy, man, over there. Especially like when you're filming, it's hard to concentrate because they even want to dance with you.
Yeah.
While you're filming. So you're like,
Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect, man.
So I guess
I'm pulling up with a camera.
Just
What
sway
would
the
you
fish eye and just throw him in the crowd.
Yeah, Sway and Ruben tend to get the best footage. These
I
fucking
stay out of the
horny
crowd.
bastards,
I let you
yo.
horny bastards get in the middle.
Yo, these niggas go. There's
Hold on.
1,000 people.
Don't. First of all, Mr. 360 pole. He was walking through a party just with holding the pole with a
Yep.
360 camera on top.
I'm not a camera operator. I was doing a favor. Like what the fuck? I'm not even supposed to be holding no cameras, nigga. So I was doing a favor.
Yeah,
and for some reason,
2,000 Salinas
I
at
was
9 a.m. in the morning.
I was stopped. Yeah. Yo, listen, we do the Jeremy, listen. If you want to pull up, you want to go to some wild shit, come with us to this 9 a.m. parties.
He's probably closer to that, to be real.
Actually, you might. Yeah, you are. You're already in
He's probably
Connecticut.
closer to the Bronx than you are to here.
Yeah,
Pretty much. That's perfect.
family. It's like that.
Yeah.
Listen, we get there at 7:30 to start filming. There's already 1,000 people in line, drinking, smoking, going crazy. They let everybody in for the most part. They try to get as many people in by 9:30. Like already. So once
Open
you walk
bar
in,
for the first 2 hours.
Open bar to
Wait,
11:30,
what?
12 o'clock.
When is
Listen,
Bro,
it's
we
in New
do
York
this-
and in Miami.
We do
I
these like
just
once a
wanna-
month. We
I
film
just
them.
want to. I just want to go and drink.
You just gotta pull
Listen
up,
to my
bro.
guys
Pull up,
play.
bro.
Yo, bro. No, there's no
I'll
drugs.
throw,
No,
I'll
it's
throw
just
a
a crazy
GoPro on your
party.
chest
Yeah, I
and let
just
you go
wanna-
crazy. I mean, he's one of us. He's one of us.
He's one of our guys. Yeah. We're gonna put,
Give me like a weighted vest for like the thing. Yeah.
Nah, there's a couple videos of me walking around with the GoPro, like of the stick, and there's like some girl stops me. She just starts like grinding. I was just like,
Yeah, nah.
I
That's why I
can't do
stay
that.
out of the crowd.
I was like, fuck it.
I can't do that.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can.
No, you're right.
Actually, I'm gonna hire you for this
I am
the
not
main
GoPro
fifth.
on my chest and
Listen,
on my
baby.
back.
Cooper's a faithful man of God. Everybody gotta
You know what I'm
relax.
saying? Fake it. You can't be doing that, bro.
Cool, but you're already
I got a
on the
baddie.
payroll. You're already
I
on the
got a
payroll.
baddie.
I hear you, but you're on the payroll. I need you to
Nah,
work, my
respect.
nigga. What's
Yeah,
up?
nah,
What's the
we
problem?
I'm gonna go and help my boys though.
Yeah, no, we need some work.
I'm
We
gonna
need
help
some.
my boys.
Thank you.
For sure, I'm gonna help my boys.
Thank
A few
you, thank you,
camera
thank you.
operators that day.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, you listen, guys. This has been a great episode, fellas. I wanted to say
Amazing.
thank you to everybody. I appreciate you guys coming. You know, it's hard to get people together. We got 7 people here. It's been an incredible conversation.
Yeah, it's been
Is there
great,
anything
man.
you guys would like to plug in before we get out of here? Specifically, you know what I'm saying, Jeremy?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Hey, if y'all on IG, man, Jay Williams Drums, man, just put that in the search bar, man. You'll see that blue check, man.
Hey, yeah.
Talk to him, Jay.
Verified.
He had that before you could pay for it. He had that before it was $15.99 a month.
Yeah, putting that work.
Talk your shit, bro.
Yo, cool.
Follow me on there. I follow back, man. Send me a
Facts.
DM. You know what I'm saying? I know I put out a lot of instructional, content. I think educational is kind of the way to go for drummers. I know y'all was talking about drum covers, but if you're doing like drum breakdowns and stuff, that stuff really helps with the algorithm. So if
Yeah.
you're trying to like get your stuff out there, that's a good place to start. So I do a lot of drum breakdowns. So yeah, follow me on IG, TikTok, Jay Williams Drums, same thing. So
Very
yeah,
important.
Hit me up.
For sure.
Cool.
Me, I don't really have nothing going on right now, but I do gotta plug my.
Where can we
I
find you,
gotta
bro? What's
plug
some
my
guys?
folks. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, you can follow me on IG at ecoop. As soon as you put ECOOP, you'll see
a
my
wrap.
head with the dress. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, I gotta give a shout out to my dog Bobby, New Our Soul. Y'all killed last night. I want to
Yes,
give a
sir.
shout out to my boy Dennis. Love you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Mika, everybody out there. Shout out to y'all. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Love y'all, dog.
Okay. Yo, how about this way? You want to plug anything? Where can people find you? I know you got a few pages on IG. You do a lot. You do video. You do
sir.
pictures. Those fucking pictures of the Lamborghini you posted.
No, that's right.
Holy
Fire.
Lamborghini.
You was next to a Lamborghini?
Yeah, we do some wild jobs, but this man took he took some of the most ridiculous pictures I think I've ever seen. You and Ruben included. You guys did an amazing job. But go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Talk to him.
So IG Sway.Rodriguez. And
Yes, sir.
production is Sway Way Productions.
Sway Way.
Don DeMarco.
All right, how about you, bro? Yep.
Nah, shout out to PVD, and hopefully next time we see each other, we can do some type of small shed.
Oh,
Nah,
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Fuck no.
At the new studio.
Fuck that.
No, shed in terms of just watching him play.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. I'm with that. I am with that. I am with that right there.
I just meant we were gonna film it. And then
Yeah, there you go.
We all gonna have cameras.
Yeah, listen.
We all gonna have cameras. He the only one playing. We all gonna.
I'm gonna hold the cowbell. I'll do.
More cowbell.
How about you, Brody?
You can find me. My IG is Daberb, DABERB.
Yes, sir.
And
Shout out to my dog.
you can also find me at 1221. I'm there every Thursday with DJ D1.
Fire.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to D1. That's the homie.
Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, contact guys. No, make sure you contact him. The link is in his bio for the reverse aging fucking formula. Yeah. My man got it. You know what I'm saying? My man got it. Yo, Oreo Boogers, you know what I'm saying? Tell him what's up, buddy.
You already know, bro. ABZ.FF on Instagram. Shout out to Selena After Hours, Jamland. You heard?
You know what I'm saying?
The mothers call. Where can the mothers call you at?
Where can the moms call you at?
Yo, 609. Yo.
I did, bro. I told you cannot.
So your mother to call me, your grandmother, your aunt.
You shitting me?
Yo, Murph.
Yo, Josh and Murph, right out movies everywhere. You already know the vibes.
Thank you, guys. This has been another excellent episode of Selena After Hours. We have so much much more content coming. So many different things we're going to be doing. Jeremy, you better bring your ass back out here. I'll be back in a couple weeks.
Next week,
we got to
man.
run it again.
Oh, yeah,
we definitely got to run it again.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to invite a couple more
better
drummers, a
watch
few
these
more
fights,
guys.
too.
Yeah, we're about to watch these fights. Max Holloway.
Holloway.
Make sure you stay tuned for the YouTube.
Yeah, that's
every week
right.
we always watch the live streams. We have the best. Listen, we have the best reactions on YouTube. UFC, Dana White,
Adesanya
stop
joint?
fucking with us, man. God
That shit was
damn.
crazy.
Dana White, do we not spend enough
That shit
time
was crazy.
covering your content? Can you please give us a fucking phone call?
And we buy the PPV.
God
too.
damn, we
buy that shit.
We buy the we don't
like
we not
$80.
streaming that shit. We yeah, I said we support.
We support.
That $80. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, not forever. We love we got the best reactions. We have the most fun doing this shit.
Talk to 'em.
Thank you guys. Appreciate y'all, and make sure you tell your mothers to call us, like, comment, subscribe. Deuces.
Yeah, that was a great episode, guys.
Hold on.
What are you talking about? We don't care. 2 coffee.